Before, cats curled up on our couches, purring contentedly in sunbeams, living the pampered life of a beloved pet. Their story was one of survival, independence, and a deep connection to the wild. They were solitary hunters, masters of their domain, roaming the wilds of the Fertile Crescent, a region known for its rich biodiversity and crucial role in the dawn of agriculture. The African wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica, the direct ancestor of our modern domestic cats, was a stealthy, hyper-carnivorous predator, a creature perfectly adapted to its environment, relying on cunning and agility to survive. Long, lean, and built for silent stalking, these wildcats were the epitome of efficiency, their bodies honed by generations of natural selection. Every muscle, every bone served a purpose in their relentless pursuit of prey. With razor-sharp senses, they could detect the slightest movement or sound, and a fiercely independent nature, they navigated the world on their own terms, beholden to no one. These cats thrived by hunting rodents, keeping their populations in check and playing a vital role in the ecosystem. Birds and insects also formed part of their diet, showcasing their adaptability and resourcefulness in a challenging environment. Unlike dogs, who evolved to work in packs and rely on cooperation, cats weren't pack animals. They were solitary operators, self-sufficient and fiercely protective of their own territory. This inherent independence, this self-reliance, profoundly shaped their future interactions with humans, setting them apart from other domesticated species. Their role as specialized vermin hunters, a natural form of pest control, would become the key to their unlikely partnership with people. A partnership built not on servitude, but on mutual benefit. Unlike dogs, who were selectively bred for specific tasks like herding or guarding, cats weren't bred for tasks. Their value lay in their natural abilities. They approached humans on their own terms, driven by their own instincts and desires, drawn by opportunity, the promise of an easy meal and a safe haven from the harsh realities of the wild. So when you see your cat pounce on a toy, mimicking the movements of a seasoned predator, or stalk a sunbeam with unwavering focus, as if it were the most elusive prey, you're witnessing echoes of a wild ancestor, a glimpse into the primal instincts that still drive these creatures, even after millennia of living alongside humans, who never truly sought domestication but rather adapted to a changing world while retaining their essential wildness. The ghost in the grass was about to step into the light, to forge a new path alongside humanity, not because we tamed it through force or coercion, but because it saw a golden opportunity, a chance to thrive in a new and evolving landscape. The story of the cat's journey into our homes is a fascinating one, filled with twists, turns, and a surprising amount of mutual benefit. It wasn't a forced march or a calculated takeover, but rather a slow, subtle dance that unfolded over millennia. This incredible partnership began with the birth of agriculture, a pivotal moment in human history that inadvertently set the stage for the feline takeover of our hearts and homes, as humans transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers. They began to cultivate and store grain, creating a reliable food source. But this newfound abundance also attracted unwanted guests. Mice and other rodents flourished, feasting on the stored grain and creating a veritable buffet for local wildcats. Drawn by the promise of an easy meal, wildcats cautiously moved closer to these human settlements, venturing into a new and potentially dangerous territory. These weren't cuddly companions seeking affection. They were skilled hunters, primarily drawn by the abundance of prey, and not necessarily by human company. This marked the beginning of self-domestication, a process where animals adapt to living alongside humans on their own terms. Among these wildcats, the friendliest, least fearful individuals were more likely to thrive near people, benefiting from the readily available food source and perhaps even some unintentional protection. These cats, in turn, passed on their sociable traits to their offspring, gradually shaping the feline genome and temperament. Over generations, cats adapted to this new niche, becoming increasingly comfortable and even dependent on human settlements. This wasn't a relationship forged through force or coercion, but rather a symbiotic partnership built by choice and mutual advantage. Archaeological finds offer compelling evidence of this evolving relationship, such as the remarkable discovery of a 9,500-year-old cat buried alongside a human in Cyprus, a testament to the deep connection between our species. These discoveries show just how deep and meaningful this bond became, even in the earliest stages of domestication. Cats were valued companions and working partners long before their deification in ancient Egypt, initially chosen not for their beauty or charm, but for their undeniable usefulness as pest control agents. However, over time, this practical partnership blossomed into a deeper and more affectionate connection to people. What began as a purely transactional business deal, effective pest control in exchange for a reliable food source, gradually evolved into a relationship built on mutual trust, affection, and ultimately, companionship. The dawn of our enduring relationship with cats was marked not by dominance or ownership, but by a remarkable instance of mutual benefit, a partnership that continues to enrich our lives to this day. In ancient Egypt, the story of the domestic cat takes a fascinating turn. Initially valued for their practical skills, these creatures rose from humble pest controllers, diligently protecting precious grain stores from rodents and other vermin. But their roles soon transcended mere utility, as they ascended to the status of divine beings, deeply intertwined with the spiritual beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Egyptians revered their inherent grace, observing the fluid movements and elegant posture that seemed to embody a sense of otherworldly beauty. They also admired their exceptional hunting prowess, essential for survival, and their nurturing instincts, evident in the tender care they provided to their kittens, fostering a strong sense of family and community. This combination of traits led to their association with powerful gods like Ra, the sun god, whose feline form was believed to protect him during his nightly journey through the underworld. And of course, Bastet, the cat goddess, who became one of the most beloved deities in the Egyptian pantheon. Bastet's origins are particularly interesting. She was initially depicted as a fierce lioness, a symbol of power and protection. Over time, however, she transformed into the gentle cat goddess, a more approachable and benevolent figure. She became the patron of home, hearth, and fertility, embodying the nurturing and protective qualities associated with motherhood and domestic life. Such was their elevated status that harming a cat was considered a grave crime, punishable by severe penalties. And when a cat died, mourning rituals were observed, often including the shaving of eyebrows as a sign of deep sorrow and respect. Temples dedicated to Bastet and other deities housed thousands of sacred cats, who were cared for by priests and priestesses. After their natural lives ended, these revered animals were often mummified with great care and offered to the gods as votive offerings. This widespread reverence for cats led to the enactment of strict laws against exporting them from Egypt, as the Egyptians sought to protect their sacred animals. Despite these restrictions, enterprising traders recognized the value of cats and smuggled them across the Mediterranean, introducing them to new lands and cultures. The enduring legacy of cats in ancient Egypt is evident in the countless cat mummies discovered in tombs and temples, as well as in the abundance of cat-themed art. These artifacts reveal the deep spiritual and practical value that cats held in Egyptian society, showcasing their multifaceted role in both the earthly and divine realms. The Egyptian cat, initially valued as a humble protector of grain, safeguarding vital food supplies from destructive pests, ultimately became a powerful symbol of luck, prosperity, and divine favor, embarking on a journey that would transform it into a global traveler. From the fertile banks of the Nile to the distant shores of the Mediterranean and beyond, the cat's remarkable legend was just beginning, setting the stage for its enduring presence in cultures around the world. Cats became world travelers aboard ships, valued as essential pest controllers. Their agility and balance made them perfect for life at sea, keeping rats at bay and protecting food stores. As ships docked in new lands, cats disembarked and established populations worldwide. Genetic studies reveal two major waves of feline expansion, first with early farmers, then with seafaring traders. The tabby coat, now common, spread from the Ottoman Empire through these migrations. Sailors considered cats good luck, and they became official crew members on many vessels. From Roman galleys to Viking longships, cats followed humans everywhere. Their quiet conquest of the globe was powered by their usefulness and adaptability. Wherever people went, cats made themselves at home. In medieval Europe, cats' fortunes plummeted as superstition took hold. Once revered, they became symbols of witchcraft and evil, especially black cats. Papal decrees and witch hunts led to mass persecution and slaughter of cats. Ironically, this decimation allowed rat populations to explode, fueling the spread of the Black Death. The very animal that could have helped prevent the plague was nearly wiped out by fear. As the Renaissance dawned, people slowly recognized cats' value again, especially in growing cities. Superstitions lingered, but cats began their climb back into favor. Their story is a lesson in how human perception can shape an animal's fate. The cat survived its darkest chapter, ready for a new role in the modern world. The 19th century transformed cats from barnyard mouses to beloved pets. Victorian Britain's love of home life and Queen Victoria's fondness for cats made them fashionable companions. The first organized cat show in 1871 sparked a craze for pedigreed breeds and feline beauty. Innovations like commercial cat food and kitty litter made indoor cat ownership practical and clean. Cats became urban and suburban fixtures, adapting to modern life with ease. The internet catapulted them to global stardom, making them icons of meme culture. Today's house cat is both a superstar and a survivor, still independent at heart. They live on their own terms, never fully tamed. Cats are full of fascinating quirks, many inherited from their wild ancestors. Their purr, produced by vibrating laryngeal muscles, may even help heal bones and tissues. Cats hear ultrasonic sounds and see in low light thanks to a reflective layer in their eyes. Their meow is a special adaptation, used mainly to communicate with humans, not other cats. They can't taste sweetness, a trait from their hypercarnivorous past. The flamen response, grimacing after sniffing, lets them taste scents with a special organ. Feline communication is a subtle mix of body language and unique vocalizations. Every cat is a small wonder, blending wild instincts with domestic charm. Cats have left their mark on cultures worldwide, from Lucky Charms to national treasures. In Japan, the Maneki Neko beckons prosperity, and cat islands are tourist havens. In Islamic tradition, cats are cherished for their cleanliness and kindness, roaming cities like Istanbul as beloved strays. Superstitions persist. Black cats mean luck in some places, bad omens in others. Literature and art celebrate their mystery, inspiring writers and artists for centuries. Distinct breeds like the Siamese, Siberian, and Maine Coon reflect their adaptation to different lands. Each breed tells a story of survival and cultural significance. The cat's global journey is a tapestry of reverence, myth, and adaptation. Why do we love cats so much? It's their duality, wild yet domestic, independent yet affectionate. They connect us to nature, reminding us of the untamed world within our homes. A cat's affection feels earned, making their companionship deeply rewarding. Their self-sufficiency suits modern life, offering comfort without demanding constant attention. Their purrs soothe us, their presence brings peace, and their antics delight us. We don't own cats. We share our lives with them, built on mutual respect. They are living paradoxes, serene, playful, mysterious, and endlessly captivating. For 10,000 years, cats have charmed us, and that love shows no sign of fading.